Hey guys, Phil here with Dorkhammer, and in this video we're going to be going over the Dark Elves Warhammer tome, battle tome book, army book, whatever you want to call it. In particular for the Warhammer Armies Project uh, version. So this is basically the unofficial ninth edition of Warhammer Fantasy, since Warhammer Fantasy died off back in 2015. Cross my fingers for Old World coming out as soon as possible. But anyways, so I've heard very good stuff about Warhammer Armies Project. I've seen plenty of battle reports, so I'm partial to the Dark Elves because it's the first army I ever started. So I'm going to go over their book, and I haven't looked through their actual rules, but I do know that the special army books are on page number 114. So we'll start there. All right, army special rules, guys. All right, Elven Grace first of all. Models with this rule have a 6+ dodge. Pretty cool. It's called Elven Grace. It means that they're super fast, and I guess it's a ward save is what it is, right? I think I've heard them refer to that. Repeater crossbow. I don't know how this is different. It's got 24-inch range, strength 3, multiple shots, and armor piercing. I thought it was like that before, so I don't know. I guess that really hasn't changed. They're just putting it here because this is special rules. Murderous prowess. This is super cool. I don't know what units have this other than executioners. But basically, models get to reroll all attacks that are ones when they are in close combat. That's pretty sweet. It's not every attack, but you know what? It's still pretty sweet. And especially if you're like, let's say you're rolling with like executioners and you're wounded on 2s anyways. If you have 1s, you'll be pretty much causing wounds left and right. Eternal Hatred. This pretty much means they get to reroll hits in every round. Love that. Let's see here. Sea Dragon Cloak. I have the following armor profile. So +2 versus missile, 5+ versus close combat. I guess that's how I'm taking that. Hekarti's Blessing. With this roll, have a +1 to cast. Oh, to all attempts to cast spells. All right, that's just for casting, not necessarily for dispelling. Knight characters who are Knight, except models that with the special role, hidden special role, so basically not assassins, may only join units which are also Knights, and characters who are not Knights may not. So basically, there is some animosity between Elven, units. So basically, Witch Elves. I think it's Witch Elves, if I'm not mistaken, and Assassins. I'm not sure if Assassins are Knight. I think they're right. They are. It's been a while, guys. They can't join other models that aren't Knight and vice versa. Okay. Let's go over here and take a look at the Dreadlord, which is pretty awesome. A pretty awesome character. Weapons go 7, strength 4, toughness 3. I've hated this toughness 3, but they're elves. What do you want? I love the initiative, and I love the leadership. So there is a trade-off there. 4 attacks, master a little bit more nerf, but that's just a hero. He has the Elven Grace Hatred for high elves. I guess he doesn't have Eternal Hatred, so that's not great. I do love the Murderous Prowess. Great. You put a great weapon on him, or put a weapon that gives him +2 strength, and you're wounded on 2s every time and rerolling 1s. It's pretty killing. Let's keep going down. We have sorcerers here. You can use Lore of Fire, Metal, Heavens, Beast, Shadow, Death, and Dark. I don't know what's new there. Maybe Beast is new. I don't think we had Beast in Heavens before. I think we have Fire, Metal, Shadow, Death, and Dark. I don't know. I could be wrong about that. Beast Masters. Strength 4, tough, Scourge Runner, Strength 4. Why is that called a Scourge Runner? Oh, Scourge Runner Chariots, sorry. So Beastmaster, Strength 4, Toughness 3, 2 attacks. Elven Grace, Hatred for High Elves, Murderous Prowess. Looks like a lot of them have Murderous Prowess. The Scourge Runner Chariot, 6+ armor save. I don't like that. Strength 4, Toughness 4, 4 wounds. Not great. And I imagine it's probably a little expensive. We'll check that out later on. What are you gonna do? They do have a harpoon. Oh, okay, all right. So this is new. So they got a harpoon now, 30-inch range, D3 wounds, armor piercing. I love it. Strength 5. That's great. That's great I guess like it's like having a war machine. But if it's too expensive, then it's probably going to be too expensive. That's what I'm guessing. But I do like that harpoon. That's pretty sweet. Good for taking out small monsters infantry, and chipping some wounds off some guys. Disciplined Disciple of Kane. I don't know what these guys are. These are a new unit, aren't they? Strength 4, Toughness 5, weapons go 5, 2 attacks. Elven Grace, Hatred for High Elves, Knight, Murderous Prowess. And I'm silly, guys. Wait, no. So it says Army Special Rules, Eternal Hatred. Here, let's go back up there. Maybe I'm confusing something over here. Let's go look at this. Make sure I'm not missing anything. And I'm looking at this for the first time, guys. So I turn models with this. Okay, it's only models with this special rule. So yeah, it looks like I haven't come across anybody with Eternal Hatred quite yet. Did I go to the Supreme Court? Okay, I think I'm still over here at the. Wait, I'm silly. Here, let's go down here. Yeah, I was already over here. Did I miss the Supreme Sorcerers? Maybe I did. Yeah, I went from the Dreadlord. Did I talk about the Supreme Sorcerers? I guess. Oh, I guess I didn't. Oh no, I did. I just went straight to this. Okay, so I'm silly. So we'll go down here back to the Disciple of Kane. My mistake, guys. So Blood Rites. Here's something that's kind of new to me. Blood Rites are innate bound spells, power level 3. Augment spells that target the disciple and their unit. For each unsaved wound caused by the disciple in combat, they gain +1 cast to their next magic phase to a maximum of +3. That's kind of cool. So here's the power level 3. The disciple and their unit gain regeneration 5+ roll until the start of the next magic phase. Like that. Fist of Kane, the disciple unit may reroll failed rolls to wound and hit and wound. Like that. Rental one enemy unit in base contact with the disciple suffers D6 strength 3 hits and -1 to their strength until they're all pretty cool. I like them all. I think my favorite one is probably the ward, because let's say you put them in she's Knight, right? So you can put this in a Witch Elves unit, and then they have a 5+ ward, which is pretty cool. And then the stuff's changed, right? You could actually I mean, that's pretty cool. Either way, all of these are pretty good. I like the ward the best, I'm thinking, though. Here's the assassin. I don't know if there's anything new. Okay, so other than the 5+ dodge. So they got a 5+ dodge. They have hatred for high elves, hidden, immune to psychology. So I believe that's new. Knight, murderous prowess. That's new for them. Poison attack scouts. All pretty good stuff. Dark Elf warriors. Pretty basic stuff. Grace, hatred for hatred, murderous prowess. So that's always good. Love the murderous prowess and core units. Really cool. Dark shards. I'm guessing these are just. Are these guys on horses? They don't really know. They may have new names, because I know they were Dark Elf Riders, Dark Riders, I think they were before. Maybe that's what they are. No, they're just infantry. Never mind. Are they just, what are these guys? Dark Shards. So just kind of like a melee troop. What do they hold? I don't know. Maybe we'll check down there and see what they hold. Bleak swords. Okay, these guys obviously have like a hand weapon shield and sword, I guess. In the shield. Looks like it. Nothing crazy here. I don't know what's special about them. Maybe they can have. I think I've seen battle reports, and they have like crossbows on them too, so they can be melee and they can shoot too, which you could have a lot of shooting going on. Here, what is next here? City Guard. Does that come over here? City Guard's over here. Maybe these are the guys that could shoot as well. Either way, ballistic skill 4. Well, look at this guys. Weapon skill 4 and 5. So these guys can definitely shoot. So maybe these dark shards are actually just repeater crossbowmen, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really sure, guys, to be honest. I'm a little confused. Like I said, first time seeing this. All right, mixed formation. All city guard armed with repeater crossbows, okay, must be placed in the first ranks of the unit, with the city guard armed with spears being placed in. So you have like the front rank has repeater crossbows. Let's say you're 5 to, let's say you're 10 wide. I mean, that's 20 shots, right? But that's a lot of guys, right? So let's say you have at least 10 shots with the first front rank with 5 guys on them, and then you have spears behind them. Models armed with cannot make a parry save. So to arm with them, okay, so you can't have a parry. All right, so I don't know. They're okay, I guess. Let's see, Corsairs. Anything special about these Corsairs now? Ambushers. I forgot the ambusher. I think they're like 12 inches from the edge of the board. They come in, something like that. Hatred and murderous prowess. At them, you curs, I guess. If a fleet master joins, they may reroll both hit. I'm sorry. They may both reroll failed hit rolls of 1 in close combat. So maybe they meant both hit and wound. Maybe somebody can correct me on that. It looks like that might be a typo. I'm not sure. Why would they put both there? You know what I mean? Show no weakness. A fleet master must always accept challenges. While fighting challenges, the fleet master may reroll all failed rolls to hit, and each unsaved wound counts as 2 wounds when calculating combat res. Okay, so I wonder how much these guys are cost. How much these guys cost? Are they really worth taking? Do they have an extra hand weapon since they have two, or extra attacks since they have two hand weapons? So will they have 4 attacks? I mean, that's not bad. With strength 4 attacks, not bad. And pretty good weapon skill 6. Okay, so here's a regular Corcel, strength 3, toughness 3. The same stuff. These guys do have a bow, 12-inch range, strength 3, multiple shot, quick to fire. Quick to fire is kind of nice. Yeah, okay, cool. Slaves. Okay, so we have slaves for Dark Elves now. Weapons go 2, strength 3, toughness 3. So they have a chaff unit. Pretty cool. Same as the follows the rules. The slave master is always placed in the rear rank of the unit and may be the only model in that rank. So they're over there whipping guys into battle, and they're basically just throwaway units. I wonder how much they cost. So expendable, does that tell me that they explode or something like that? Or I don't really, it means you can probably shoot into them and not suffer the one. Basically the rules in WAP now, it's Warhammer Army Project, are that you can shoot into your own unit, but on a 1 you hit your own unit, and everything else you hit theirs. I don't know. We'll have to check. Oh, you look at this. They have Vanguard as well. So interesting little unit. I'm not sure how that'll work out. Dark Riders. So I'm over here getting confused by. So these are the fast cavalry guys. These guys are great. Always like these guys. They got Murderous Prowess too. Pretty cool. Fast cavalry. They're great. Blackguard. Now these guys were a rare choice before. I wonder if they're still rare or not. Strength 3, toughness 3. They have a halberd, so they'll be strength 4, 2 attacks each. Were they 2 attacks each before? I don't remember. I don't know. Murderous Prowess, and they're stubborn, which and immune to psychology. So pretty good stuff from the Blackguard. They're probably too expensive though. The Executioner, strength 4, toughness 3. They are initiative 5. Elven Grace, Hatred, Canite, Killing Blow. Oh, so that's cool. Oh yeah, they had that before. Murderous Prowess. So these are guys that can be really killy, but they are a glass cannon. These guys can get shot up pretty badly. Wait, what kind of? We'll have to check the armor on these guys. Shades. I love shades. They're great. They shoot great. Weapon skill 5, ballistic skill 5, ballistic skill 6 for the Bloodshade. I mean, they're just awesome skirmishers. Great for attacking war machines. Great for just being a pain in the ass. Cold One Knights. Okay, so we have Cold One Knights. Let's see what they got. Cold One Knights, strength 4, toughness 3, 1 attack. Dread Knight has 2 attacks, of course. Cold One has 2 attacks, strength 4, toughness 4. Stupidity, natural armor 6+ for the Cold One. Kind of cool. The Blood Banner, you can take this. Okay, so they can ignore stupidity if they take a Blood Banner. So stupidity kind of sucks, but it's just the way it is with these cold ones. Cold ones have stupidity as well. Natural armor. So I guess if you're on a chariot, you're gonna get a +1 to your armor save, and then whoever's on top of there, right? Whatever, right? So I mean, the chariot's okay. Strength 5, toughness 5, but they're probably gonna be too expensive. So they got a baby chariot, and then a big, of course, a cold one chariot. Sisters of Slaughter. Sisters of Slaughter are, I don't know what these are. I've never seen these, so interested. You know what? I think I heard about these. They might be. You know what? I'm talking out my ass here, so I don't know how exactly they work. But okay, so weapon skill 6, strength 3, toughness 3, 2 attacks each. So there's 3 attacks on the champion. Murderous Prowess model. This would have a 4+ dodge in close combat. Kind of nice, I guess, but all right. In addition, at the start of each round of close combat, each unit of Sister Slaughter chooses 1 enemy in base combat. That unit gains no rank bonus and cannot make parry saves this turn. So this is kind of nice. So like, let's say you flank somebody with these ladies, you're gonna take away their rank bonuses. So pretty cool. You can start messing some people up with combat res. Trial Blades models with this receive +1 to hit and wound. A roll of 1 still fails if at least 1 enemy model in base contact with the unit has a higher weapons score or strength character before. So long as you models are +1 to hit and wound if they have a higher weapon or higher skill. So kind of interesting here. I don't know how I feel that. Demonfire Warlock. So this is something new. I don't know what this is. So these are okay. So they're fast cavalry. They got Hekarchi's Blessing, which was that the ward save? I don't remember. So here, let's go to 114 and check that out. We were on 134. Let's go check out what's Hekarchi's thing. Hekarchi. Oh, +1 to cast. Okay, so let's go back to 134. So there's some kind of wizarding unit, some kind of it's a wizard. All right. Poisoned attacks, murderous prowess, cursed coven. All right, a unit of so this is actually a unit of people. Unit is considered to be a level 2 that knows the spell Soul Blight from the Lord of Death and do both from the Lord of Dark Magic. This is unstop other wizards from knowing the same spell. Unit receives +1 to cast for each. So this is similar to like the Wood Elf sisters or something, right? I played with them recently in Warhammer Fantasy, and basically they could get off a couple of spells, and for every rank you have past the first one, you get +1 to cast. So interesting. They have a pretty cool little spell there. In the event that you roll the miscast, you do not roll the miscast, you take D3 1. So it's almost exactly like that. You get to ignore armor saves for that if you take any wounds like that. So they're probably too pricey, but kind of an interesting model. Prey of the Dark Plane model. The special rule have a 4+ save against wounds caused by models with the demon of Slender special or that of the market. So I wonder, I guess you would get a 4+ ward against the any kind of miscast, maybe. I don't know. That's why I'm getting that. Reaper bolt thrower, sorry. Strength 4, armor piercing, multiple shots. Of course, you could do the 1 shot or the 6 shots. Always a cool thing to put out there. Super reliable. Well, I say super reliable, just pretty reliable. What do you got here? Witch elves. Witch elves are strength 3, toughness 3, basically 2 attacks each because they have 2 hand weapons. They got frenzy, so basically 3 attacks each. They have hatred for high elves, poison attacks, so they're pretty killy. You put some spells on them, they're great. Death hags, just a better witch elf, strength 4, toughness 3, unfortunately, 4 attack, leadership 10, K9 poison attack, just a better witch elf, a lord witch elf. Cauldron of Blood. I wonder what the Cauldron does nowadays. Cauldron is a large target. I guess that's the line of sight is 5. I think that's what that is. I could be wrong about that. It has a 4 board save, and models in the same unit have a 6 board save. So it has an innate bounce will, 12-inch range. The target of this gains Frenzy until the start of the Cauldron of Blood's next magic phase. If they already have Frenzy, they get +2. So this is similar to like the Plague Furnace for the Skaven, I think. Oh no, it's similar to Death Frenzy that's the Skaven spell. All right, pretty cool. So yeah, you don't get like +3 if you're already frenzied. You just get +2. So if you already have it, then you get +1. Interesting. Strength of Kane, friendly models with the murder prowess special rule within 6 inches of the column blood reroll all fail to wound rolls. So this basically says, so pretty cool. Instead of murderous prowess, you just reroll wounds if you don't wound on two, even if you don't roll a 1 or whatever, or if you don't wound on a 2. So pretty cool. Blood Rack Shrines. I don't know what this is. The shrine, maybe it's like a chariot. Toughness 6, 5 wounds. Okay, interesting. Murderous prowess, terror, large target. Aura of Agony. Friendly models within 6 inches gain a +1 to their leadership. All models within 6 inches. All other models gain a -1 to leadership. Interesting. Okay. Avert your gaze. At the start of each close combat, before challenging enemy models and big combat model must pass initiative or suffer a strength 4 hit with no armor save, magical attacks, and killing blows special rules. Pretty cool. Blood Rack Stare. This is a shooting attack with a fallen profile. 12 inches, strength 4, ignores armor saves, killing blow, magical attack, 6 multiple shots. So, wow, that's pretty neat. I like that. It's probably expensive as that, like normal. Blood Rack Medusa, I guess it goes on there. So this is just the lady driving it. So it's a shrine, 3, 4, toughness 4. I like the toughness 4. Finally, something toughness 4 in the elves. 3 attacks. A monster's beast. It does have frenzy, so 4 attacks. Blood Rack Stare. So that's the attack coming from her. Avert your gaze coming from her. Pretty cool. Avatars of Kane. I've heard of this thing. Strength 6, toughness 6, 5 attacks, animated construct. I forget exactly how that works. Hatred, so they got hatred of everything, not just high elves, killing blow, magic resistance 2, unstable. For each successful killing blow scored, the avatar immediately gets another attack. So this is something that's just meant to be reckoned with. Melusai. What are these things? So these are kind of like the Age of Sigmar eel people or something. Well, no, they just have eels. Never mind. So it's just like a crazy like mermaid, but serpent mermaid kind of lady. Elven Grace, Hatred of Slaanesh for some reason. Slaanesh, however you say that. Killing Blow, Canine Murderous Prowess, Swift Stride. Heart Sequel, they have bows. Okay, Strength 4, Killing Blow, multiple shots. Ooh, I kind of like that. Pretty cool. Kinnerai. Kinnerai, Ambushers, Elven Graves, blah, blah, Murderous Prowess. Heart Piercer, Shield. Shield. Each time you make a successful parry roll of a 6, oh, okay, pretty cool. So if you save something, then you get a killing blow on the enemy. Interesting. Okay. Harpies are harpies. Harpies be harping. Basically, two attaches. She can fly. Expendable. I forget what the expendable role is. The War Hydra. I love the Hydra. All right. Elven Grace. That's for the Beastmaster only zone. Hatred of Hiles. Beastmaster only. Mixed unit. I guess that's for shooting. Or for attacks, I forget how that works. Murderous Prowess, Beastmaster only, natural armor for 4+ regeneration. So lost hit for each wound the Hydra has during the battle. After regeneration, it loses 1 attack. So yeah, if it loses all 5 of its heads, then it only has 2 attacks, I guess. Oh shoot, the Hydra has 8 attacks now. Wow, strength 5, toughness 5, 5 wounds. Just it's a force to be reckoned with. Okay, so Warrior can make an upgrade and take a shooting attack. Flame attacks, group to 5, multiple shots, 12 inch, and then the strength is going to be varied on how many heads it has left. Okay, cool. Charybdis. Charybdis is a monster. Is this like a kraken or something? I don't know. That thing's crazy looking. Beastmaster holding 6/6, toughness 6, 5 attacks, or is this a dragon? And I just can't tell. I don't know. Natural, so aquatic. Okay, so this can go in the water. Interesting. Never seen anything like this on Dark Elves. Natural armor, poisoned attacks. So don't love that it doesn't have anything other than a 4+ natural armor, but I do love the strength 6, toughness 6, 5 attacks. Okay, so let's look at that abyssal hell. Enemy units that are in base contact with Curtis must reroll successful leadership tests. This is pretty good for, like if something. Oops, I don't know why I did that. If something's if you charge something and then they don't have high leadership and they have to take a terror test or a fear test, pretty nice. I like that. Has no effect on things that are immune to psychology. So there's that. Each Feast of Bones. Each 2 wound roll of 6 from the curve. This regular attacks results in inflicting multiple wounds. So D3 wounds. So each wound. Okay, so any 6s equal D3 wounds. Pretty nice. Like that. Dark Pegasi be Pegasine, +1 strength on the charge, impact hits. Oh, to their impact hit. +1 strength to their impact hit. So they cause impact hits. So I imagine that would be D3 impact hits, and then they get +1 strength on that impact. Manticores. Monster has frenzy, so 5 attacks. It can fly. I guess it's. I don't know what 8 means. Is that the line of sight? Somebody can clear that up below. 4 attacks, 5 attacks with the frenzy. Strength 5, toughness 5, 4 wounds. I just don't like that the Manicore doesn't have any kind of armor. So, okay, we got the Black Dragon. Strength 6, toughness 6, 6 wounds, 5 attacks. Fly 7, I guess that's the line of sight thing. Natural armor 3+. As a strength 3 breath weapon, all models that have suffered 1 or more casualties from the attack suffer a -1 penalty to their weapon and ballistic skill until the end of the following turn. Okay. So, Malachi, all right, the Witch King himself. Let's see if anything's changed. All right. So here's Malachi, and Seraphon. That's his dragon. Okay, so Malachi is a special character, blah, blah, blah. He's on his dragon, level 4 wizard. Into psychology, has a card plus, has +1 to cast, murderous prowess, absolute power. So if he's on a dragon, he gets 24 inches if he's on his dragon, 18 if he's not. If your army includes magic, you need a Blackguard are taking special units. Okay, so this is kind of normal. I think it is. They're no longer special. They count or rare. They're special. Seraphon is fly, line of sight 7, I guess. Natural armor 3+. Noxious breath. Pretty normal. He's got a destroyer, which he's been there before. Reveal their magic items. Furthermore, scores 1 or more hits against models in it. Roll a d6, not 4+1. Randomly determined magic item is destroyed, cannot be used further in the game. So I really love this rule. This is so cool. Do not include magic items that are mounts. Magic items that contain bounce spells that miscast earlier in the game, or magic items labeled as 1 use only. Okay, so it's really just for weapons, magic weapons. Pretty cool. And in addition, if if wizard suffers one or more unsynchronous from the destroyer or roll d6 on a 4+, the wizard immediately loses a level. So I think that's new. I don't remember if that's new or not. I think it is though. Okay, so Hand of Kane, magic weapon. Basically string 6 ignores armor saves. That's pretty awesome. So I guess you have to split up your attacks, 2 and 2, or maybe you can do like 3 and 1. I'm not sure. Armor at midnight, full plate armor. If I'm not mistaken, does that mean that is it a 3+ armor save or 2+? I don't know. The armor of midnight grants Malachi a 2+ against all. Oh, it's a 2+ save against all not magical and immunity. I forgot what immunity is, to be honest, guys. Okay, immunity from killing blow and multiple wounds. Okay, so basically he can. I remember what that is. He cannot suffer more than 1 wound per hit. All right. So basically, no multiple wounds. So like a cannonball can't kill him straight up. So that's always great. So even if he fails his, so basically he has a 2+ ward save against non-magical attacks. So got to make sure and stay away from the magic attacks. But here's what I'm wondering: does the full plate armor grant him a 3+ armor save? I don't know. I'm not sure about that. Supreme spell shield marked shield grants Malachi's magic resistance 2. If Malachi is ever the target of any spell that he successfully casts his unit, suffers d6 magical strength 6 heads down. Pretty cool. Close combat, you must choose whether Malachi is using the Hand of Kane or the Supreme Shield. So you have to use one or the other on this one. Okay. Circlet of Iron once per magic phase, and your opponents and your Malachi can use the Circlet of Iron to add a single bonus dice to any of his failed casting or dispel. I like that. This dispel dice can contribute towards your irresistible force and a miscast. All right. Pretty awesome. Morathi, level 4 wizard. You can choose all the spells from the same lore. Choose all of her spells from the same lore, or 2 from the above, or Lord Death, Lord Shadow, Lord Dark Magic. Cartoon's Blessing, Murder's Progression is +1 to cast. Enchanting Beauty. I don't know if there's anything. No. Okay, so all Kane models look at Morathi as an army general, regardless of whoever is a general. Any model, friend or foe, at the start of each one must pass a leadership test or suffer a -5 penalty to their weapon skill. Pretty cool. So it's almost like fear, I guess. This is not affect, and that's your own people too. So you want to keep her away from your own guys. This does not affect attacks that do not roll to hit, such as impact hits, or nor does it affect models that have immune to psychology. So first soldier, she gains +2 to her casting attempts. So does that mean that Morathi? Does that mean that she has +3 with Hecate? Holy moly, that'd be crazy if it is. Y'all can let me know in the comments below if you know that or not. She has a 4+ ward save, magic resistance 2. She has a fly 9, impale. That's for the Pegasus, Heartrender, and the Dark Sword. Lance hits from this weapon have the killing blow special roll for when she charges. In other turns, a monster or character that suffers 1 or more save wounds from the Heartrender and the Dark reduces attacks, strength, and toughness characteristics by 1. So that's pretty nice. You don't really want to get her in combat though. for each unsaved wound. So that's for each one. So if she causes multiple wounds, you could really mess some stuff up. These penalties are applied at the end of the round of close combat, which wounds are suffered and last for the remainder of the game. So that's pretty brutal. But like I said, you probably don't want her in combat. Here's Malice, Darkblade. I love Malice. Strength 4, toughness 3, 4 attacks. He's frenzy. Oh, he's not frenzy anymore. I guess maybe he was only frenzy when he became the demon. So he's got the demon inside him, Zarkan or whatever. Master may unleash the power at the start of any. So instead of rolling, you just unleash him. Once the demon releases, he cannot be bound back during the battle. So you got to either take it or not. If Malice releases Zarkan, the following rules apply. Malice immediately gains frenzy and no ward save. So 5+, okay, but loses that Elven Grace. So I mean, so he just gets a 5+ ward save, right? Okay, so he only gets a 5+ ward save. Eternal Hatred, so you reroll all hits, and he has Murder's Prowess. Malice Darkblade gains +1 weapon skill, +1 strength, +2 toughness. So what does that equal? The +1 weapon skill is 8, +1 strength is 5, +2 toughness is strength 5, toughness 5. Does he get another attack? No, that's it. So he still has 4 attacks, but he does have 5 attacks because he'd be frenzied, right? Wait, does he have? Yeah, he'd be frenzied. So yeah, Malice would be a force to be reckoned with. Special spite. Fear, natural armor, not just dumb brute. So if you join a unit of Cold Knights, charge. So no stupidity if you add Malice Dark Blade. So it's interesting. He's got the Warp Stone of Kane, which less Malice allows Malice to reroll failed wounds to rolls to wound and ignores armor save. So always great. The only bad thing is like if you do choose the demon to be to come out, he can't be in the unit of Cold War Knights. Crone Hellbrand. Now this one's interesting because Crone is a beast. All right, so let's take a look at her. She's frenzy, 5 attacks, strength 4, toughness 3, weapon skill 7. So witches can be core units if you take her. Okay. She has 2 hand weapons, so basically that gives her 5 attacks plus 1 is 6 attacks with the frenzy. Okay. Hits from the Destroyer and the Curse Blade are resolved to strength 10, so she's got 6 attacks with strength 10. If a model rolls a 1 to hit whilst attacking Hellbound, it suffers an automatic strength 4 hit for each one. So interesting. Pretty cool. Dispel attempts made against spells that target Hellbound or unit receive a +4 bonus to dispel. All right. Really like that. That's really nice. Rakarth. All right, Rakarth. What is Rakarth? Beast Slaver. Fly, Murderous Prize. Is he on a dragon? Oh yeah, he's on a dragon. I guess, yeah, he's on Brachus. So that's it. Okay, so Beast Lord. Any friendly monster within 12 inches and treat him as having hold your ground special rule. Not sure what that does. I don't remember. The Whip of Agony resolves at 1+1 strength, so that's strength 5. In addition, at the beginning of any close combat phase, Rakarth may make a special attack with the always strikes first rule. If this attack causes an unsaved wound but does not kill the target, it is overcome with pain and must roll 6s to hit in that round of close combat. Pretty cool. Full plate armor. This armor gives Rakarth a +2 to his armor save. So I'm not sure what he has normally, but he's probably gonna get like a 4 or 3+ save, I guess. Shadow Blade, 5+ dodge. So he's basically just he's an assassin. He can deploy if he does. He can change which one you have at the start of any movement or close combat phase. Keep a note of where Shadow is at all times. Clearly, his disguise was simply so good that he was just hiding where he needed to be all along, waiting for the perfect time to start. If an opponent has an ability that forces you to state that there are hidden models in the unit, you only need to say Shadow is hiding within a unit, but not which unit he is currently within. Okay, so pretty cool. I forget what Dance of Doom, Hand of Kane, or Touch of Death do, to be honest. So we'll just keep going from there. Black Lotus, Toxins, Black Lotus. Oh, so here they are, right? Where are they? Gifts of Kane. Oh, are these all of them? Okay, so Heart of Woe, Shadow Blaze, everything. You put a small template over him before moving his model. Every model touch suffers a strength 3 hit. After any damage roll, remove Shadow Blaze to casualty. So he blows up. Potion of Diabolic Strength, once used only. Alright, so +3 strength. So you got strength 7 with this dude who has 3 attacks each? 3 attacks, poison attacks. That's pretty brutal. Lockhair Fellheart. Strength 4, toughness 3, ambushers, add them new curs. I forgot what that is. Show no weakness. Unless fighting in a challenge. Locker can direct his close combat against an enemy who's fighting the same combat, even if he is not in base contact with him. So, Merciless Slaver, if any unit breaks from a close combat that includes target, all units take a panic test as a result of that unit breaking, suffer a -1 penalty resolution for that test. Okay. Red Blaze, 2 hand weapons. Any hits made by the Red Blaze reroll and failed to you can reroll failed rolls to wound. Okay. Helm of the Kraken, magical armor. The Helm of the Kraken grants Locker 6+ armor suit as well as regeneration. So he has regeneration. So kind of cool. Coron, Dark Hand, Captain of the Blackguard. All right. Let's go look over here. Weapon skill 8, 6/4, toughness 3, 3 attacks, eternal hatred, all the other stuff the Blackguard has. So let's see what he's got. Gives him unbreakable. I think that was like that before. He has a pole arm. Close combat attacks made with the Crimson Death are resolved at +1 additional. Add an additional +1 strength. So be a strength 5 for him. The Armor of Grief. He has a heavy armor, so that's a 5+ save, if I'm not mistaken. Each time, I forgot, maybe heavy armor is a 4+ save, and full, what is it? Light armor is a 6+. Medium armor is 5+. Heavy armor is 4+. That's what it is, I believe. Each time a model makes it successful to hit roll against Crone, the models that struck the blow immediately suffer the string 5 hit. Pretty nice. Talaris Deadbringer. Okay, so Talaris is, what is he? He's a slaughterer? I guess he's just some kind of hero. Each time he's got Elven Grace, Hatred, Fear, Kane, Killing Blow, Murderous Prowess. So is he an executioner? I don't know. I think so. I forgot. Each time Talaris inflicts a successful combo, he and his unit get +1 to their combat res, in addition to wounds. Pretty cool. Yeah, he's an executioner. Great weapon. Talaris roll takes effect on a 5+ rather than 6. Always nice. Okay, guys. So I'm not gonna lie. I had recorded this whole thing in 2 parts, and the second part I didn't have any audio. So here we go again. So I've actually seen this stuff, but I'm gonna go over it again. All right. So bear with me. These things happen. So we're on to magic now. So we're gonna start with the lore attribute, and then move on to the signature spells, and then the rest of the spells. Okay, so first things first, we have Spiteful Conjuration. When Wizard successfully cast a hex, magic, or direct damage spell from this lore, basically it's 2d6 strength to hits with armor piercing against, and 3d6 if you roll I guess it's that's when the casting roll contains any double, but if it contains a triple, then it's 3d6 hits instead. So just something to know about that. That's kind of a cool little roll. It's armor piercing. It's kind of nice. Next is Power of Darkness. And what is that? Oh, it's just a lore attribute. Power of Darkness cast on the 8+. This is a signature spell. I like this, guys. I actually looked this in. It's actually pretty cool. So basically, it's an augment spell, range of 12 inches. All models have +1 bonus to the strength characteristic until the next magic phase. Then add D3 power dice. Any 6s on that D3 power dice equals a wound with no armor saves for the caster. So you might want to take someone with a ward save if you do that. But still, kind of a neat spell. A little brutal on the on if it's bad. So just be careful with that. Doom of Caradon, another signature spell. Basically, D6 strength 5 hits or 2d6 strength 5 hits. What's it called? It's 18-inch range. Pretty nice. Pretty nice strength. Not bad. Nagalife the Chillwind, 5+, cast +5. Cast on a 5+, sorry. Chillwind is a magic missile, 24 inches, 2d6 strength 2 hits. Any target that suffers a wound is -1 to their ballistic skill until the next phase. So that's kind of nice to go against, like, crossbowmen, whatever, archers and stuff like that. So pretty cool. Next thing is Crowish, Word of Pain. So this is kind of interesting. It's a good combinations here. Let me check this out. So Word of Pain is a hex of 24 inches. All models in the unit suffer -D3 to their weapon skill and ballistic skill until the caster's I can't talk. Next magic phase, roll once for both. So you roll for both of them. Then you could do, this is kind of interesting. The wizard can instead choose to do a more powerful version where it's -D3 to strength and initiative. So the reason this is kind of cool is because look at the next, that ends up being a 14+, by the way, instead of 7+. I don't think I said 7+ earlier. So this is kind of interesting. So let's say you do that and then either mix this up with Blade Wind or this one, I forgot which one. Oh, look at it. So let's say you mix it up with Blade Wind, right? It's a direct damage spell, 24 inches. Every model does a weapon skill test or suffer a strength 4 hit. So actually, I don't think that. Oh yeah, so let's say you do like the smaller version of Crowish Word of Pain, and then you can hit them up with a Blade Wind and by reducing their weapon skill. Of course, if you're dealing with something that has really high weapon skill, it's going to be kind of tough. But if you have like regular unit, then you hit the whole unit. Everybody, every model in the target must pass a weapon skill test or suffer a strength 4 hit with armor piercing. So it's kind of like just shooting, like a shooting attack. I mean, I guess it is anyways, right? But still, not too bad if you mix those two up. I don't know if you'd be able to get both of them off, but still. And pay attention to this. So the next thing is Shroud of Despair. There's a hex spell, 12 inches until the start of the next magic phase. The target cannot benefit from Hold Your Ground. Hold Your Ground is basically letting your BSB re-rolling with your BSB, I think, and you can't use Inspire Present either. So kind of interesting. In addition, whenever a target unit fails a leadership test of any kind, all targets, including the one that's failed, suffer -1 to leadership until the start of the caster's next phase. So, I mean, this is not bad if, like, let's say you're. I guess to use this would be like something like if you're setting something in with fear or terror, and then you want them to fail some psychology tests. So I don't know, kind of interesting. It's probably one of the weaker ones, I'd say. Not as strong as the other ones. So we got Soul Stealer and Rogar, the Soul Stealer. Soul Stealer is a direct damage spell, small round template, 18 inches from the wizard, scatters D6. All models hit by a template suffer a strength 2 hit with no armor saves. Okay, roll D6 for each unsaved wound by Soul Stealer inflicted by a Soul Stealer. For each 4+, the caster immediately regains a single wound. The caster can choose to extend this ratio 36 inches, but it'll be 14+. So I don't know. I mean, it's kind of iffy on the 4+ thing. But that part doesn't matter. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, it's 11 to cast in, D6 hits, no armor saves. I don't love the strength 2, but oh well. I mean, it seems a little bit low, maybe. Excuse me. But I don't know. I mean, I guess if you've lost some wounds, it's not that bad. I don't know. I'm not crazy about it. I'm gonna be honest. It's okay, I guess. Next is Arn Zippal's Black Horror, casting on 15+. The big version is 25. So this is kind of works together with Word of Pain. So it's a remains in play spell. It's a magical vortex. You place a small template. You get a small template. You nominate which direction it goes. Determine how many inches the template moves. So this kind of works like a mortar. You roll a terror dice and multiply the result by the caster's wizarding level. Any model touched by or passed over by the template must pass a strength test. So that's where the strength, Koresh, Word of Pain, the bigger version, might come in handy. So yeah, I mean, if you can get them both off, I mean, I guess that's kind of rough, but if you can do that, no armor save allowed, so kind of cool. Not too shabby. Next is if it's a misfire, so it's a bad thing if you misfire, right? I'll let you read that. Yeah, don't misfire. And then you can do a bigger template if you do a 25+. So it's not as good as something like Dwellers or anything like that, but it's kind of cool. Gifts of Kane, I'll just blow right through these guys. Gifts of Kane, Renee Stars, 25 points, 12-inch range, 4 shots, string 4, 3 shots, quick to fire. Hand of Kane, 20 points. Model base contact, which chosen by Doctor, loses -3 to their weapon skill for the range of their closer combat. There's some typos in there. This has no effect on models with immune to psychology. Cry of War, 15 points. All units in base contact must pass leadership. If failed, they will only hit on 6s this round. So it's almost like Fear. Almost, I guess. What's next? Dance of Doom, 30 points. Model on foot. Enemies targeting the model must reroll all successful to hit with missile weapons and all successful 2-hit rolls with missile weapons and close combat. That's not too bad. Toxins, all the models' Monday weapons may be coated with a minimum toxin, poison attacks. So you can have poison attacks, which is different now, guys, by the way. Poison attacks, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier. I may have. But basically, poison attacks, I might have mentioned in the other video I made where I didn't record. So basically, poison attacks is +1 to wound instead of 6s being automatic wounds. Which is not as good, but I kind of like that because poison seemed a little bit OP to me back in the day. So, all right, so Touch of Death is a model gains Killing Blow for 20 points. Not bad, I guess. Dark Venom, a model with Dark Venom gains multiple wounds. D3 special roll. Runic Cane, this model has random attacks in addition to its normal attacks, so it's plus D3 attacks. Manbane, this is basically the old school poison. I remember this. So basically, your wound to hit will automatically wound on a roll to hit with a 6. Witch Brew, Death Hag, and Hag Queen. Totally this model and all models in the unit have +1 attack and never lose their friendly for the remainder of the game. However, they will fail any Berserk Rager test they need to take. So I think they might break. I don't know what Berserk Rage is. I looked that up earlier and I couldn't find it. But I'm guessing that just means break test. Black Lotus for Rage, unsaved wounds. The character suffers from a model equipped with Black Lotus. The character suffers a -1 to leadership for the rest of the game. That seems kind of weak sauce. All right. Black Armory. Let's look at some of these magic items. Okay, so Hydra Blade. A Hydra Blade gets plus D6 attacks on top of, in addition to their normal attacks. So that could be pretty good.
That could be pretty good. It's not bad. I mean, if you're a lord or whatever, it's still strength 4. A hero, it's still strength 4, but I guess it's not bad. Armor of the Living Dead, heavy armor, carries wearer gains +1 toughness, +1 wound. However, they become subject to stupidity. If on a cold one, they must reroll successful stupidity tests. So I don't even know if that's worth it, to be honest. I mean, you might as well just take +1 toughness and +1 wound is kind of nice. If you take this close to the BSB or close to somewhere where you have your general, or have a general close by. But I don't know. That seems for 45 points. I'd rather have it with not. I mean, they could have made it without that. I mean, I don't see what the big. I guess having +1 toughness and +1 wound is pretty big, but they could have made this like more expensive, or I don't know, 60, 70 points or something, instead of making it have stupidity. Of course, with elves, you have high leadership anyways, but still. We'll go to the Black Amulet first. The Black Amulet, the wearer of the Black Amulet has a 4+ ward save. So if you make a successful ward save, the Black Amulet inflicts 1 wound on whoever you saved it against, and no armor save. Pretty solid. 60 points, maybe a little pricey, but pretty solid. I'd say that's pretty solid for having a. I mean, because like if you go to the book, I don't know how it is now, but it used to be. A 4 ward save is like 45 points or something like that. So is it 45 or 35? I don't know either. So 60 points, you get a 4 ward save. 4 ward save plus something that inflicts pain too. So not bad, I guess. Maybe a little pricey, but it's still not bad. Chillblade. Attacks made the Chillblade wound automatically and have the ice attack special rule. And I don't remember what ice attacks. Oh, you know what? I think ice attacks gives them always strike last, maybe? What it does? Or something like that. I don't know how. You know what? Let's go look it up real quick. I'm going to pause this and we'll go look it up really. And once I get back here, hold on, really quick. Let's do just that. Okay, let me hide that. Let's do just that. We're right here. Let's go look for ice attack. See if we can find it. Ice attacks. All right. Models with the ice attack special rule cause automated big content to be subject to always strikes last. Spells or missile attacks that are ice attack cause enemies to be subject to always strikes until the start of your next turn. Models with ice attacks have immunity ice attacks. I don't know what that means. So you're immune to ice attacks. Duh. Unless otherwise stated, a model with a special rule has ice attack for both shooting and close combat. Okay, so interesting. I wonder if you could put it in a unit. No. So it's just a model, not the unit. Any spells cast by the model are unaffected. Okay, so if they have like a bow or something, they would also be ice attack. No, that's only if you have ice attacks on your war scroll, not if you have it just on this magic item. All right, so kind of interesting. Gives them always strike last, but I mean, if you're already hitting first, I guess if you're hitting second and you're gonna make it to the second round of combat, you could go 2 times in a row. So that's kind of interesting. I just don't know if it's worth. I mean, I do like the automatic wound. That's kind of nice. A target suffers -1 to its attacks. Oh well, that's kind of nice. I didn't even read that. -1 attacks to their attacks caster. I can't talk. -1 attacks until the end of this close combat phase. So I mean, if you're hitting first already, I'm not sure how great always strike life. If you have multiple charges, that's where it would come in handy. Now that I think about it. So let's say you go in, because I've seen games change. I just watched a battle report where always strike last changed the entire outcome of the whole game. Like it really did. But basically, let's say you go in with this guy, you maybe that character would have gone first anyways, right? The one with the chill blade. But then you hit them with a chill blade, and then they have always strikes last and -1 attack, and everybody else is going before them as long as they don't have always strikes last as well. So it's a pretty interesting thing right there. So could be something that could change a whole combat. It could be the combat of the game. So I can see that coming into play. So it's not that bad. Really not that bad. All right, let's move on to the Ring of Hotech. 50 points, kind of pricey. Bear has magic resistance 3. Any enemy with it that attempts to cast a target a spell on a unit within 600 will suffer a miscast on roll a double 6 as well as a double 1. So twice as likely to miscast, right? Of course, that's 6 inches away. I don't know about that, but seems kind of pricey. I mean, I don't. You know what I do want to look up, guys? Is want to look up like what does magic resistance do again? It just you get a ward save. Let's go look at that. Let's double check on that. One gains a bonus to dispel enemy spells targeting it, as well as a ward save. So The bonuses. So let's say you have magic resistance. So magic resistance 1 will be +1 to dispel. Okay, so if something's cast at you, it would be +3 to dispel, and you would get a holy crap. So that would be a 4+ ward save. Yeah, that's pretty solid. So basically, you know what? I like that. Man, so basically, if you have I like it, but at the same time, it wouldn't give like your whole unit that. It would just be that one character. So, you'd still be susceptible to like, you know, shooting and stuff like that. So I guess if let's say you put it on a character that already has good armor save, say they're on a dragon or something like that, or a cold one or something, and you give them this, it might not be that bad. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it or not, but it seems kind of interesting. It'd be cool to try out. Black Dragon Egg, guys. One use only the bear can consume it. They got strength and toughness 6. Noxious Breath. Kind of cool. Very situational. But still, could be a game changer, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I don't know the best thing in the world to take, but kind of interesting. So, I mean, shoot, let's say you get that and then become frenzied. Or, I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Let's do this sacrificial dagger. This one I remember, guys. So once per casting dice are rolled, but before any dispel is made, an attempt is made, the bearer can sacrifice a model unit. Let's say you have a sorceress and you put her in the middle of I think you can, but I'm not entirely sure, of like a slaves unit. I saw that slaves are pretty. I know slaves are pretty cheap because I looked at this earlier. Basically, what happens is you sacrifice a slave, and then a 4+ sorceress gains an extra power dice that must be rolled and added to the casting result. So of course you may miscast here. So there is that, but it also might be a game changer if you get it off. So it's just an optional thing you can do here. You kill one slave or something, which is 2 points. I don't know if you can put a. Then again, it might not be that wise to put a sorceress in here in a unit of slaves, but still, it's a 50-50 chance that you'll get another die and be able to roll it. But I don't know. You can do it every turn or every magic turn. So you got 6 turns to do that. Interesting. Cloak of Twilight. The wearer of Cloak of Twilight has a ward save 3+ against wound caused by enemy shooting attacks and spells. So am I right in seeing that's a 3+ ward save against those 2 things? Pretty dang good. I would really like that. If that's the case, then hell yeah, that's really good. Gem of Spite. So whenever a bear suffers a miscast, the Gem of Spite inflicts a single strength 6 hit on every enemy within 24 inches. Each time a wound is caused by the Gem of Spite, your opponent can discard a dice from their dispel pool. The use of the wound is negated and has no effect. I mean, how powerful is that? So, whenever the bearer falls for the miscast, I don't know. I don't know if I like that last part. So basically, you can make a strength 6 hit on enemy wizards that are within 24. Cool. But each time a wound is caused by your opponent can instead discard a dice from their dispel pool. I don't see that. What's the point of it then? To just get rid of a die and they don't have to suffer a wound. I don't know. It seems kind of silly. Maybe I'm missing something there, but I don't like that one so much. Kind of. I mean, you still miscast, and then they can just negate the wound, but they lose. I guess if anything, you get to get the spell off. So I don't know. I guess if you have to have a spell go off and you use this and you end up miscasting, I mean, if you get irresistible force, there's no irresistible force, right? It's just ultimate power. I don't know how I feel about that too much. It seems I'm on the downside of that, like just reading it. So Banner of Nagarites is a magical standard, 50 points. All friendly models with murder prowess roll within 12 inches of the banner gain hatred. Special roll against high elves, they instead get eternal hatred. I didn't really see anything with eternal hatred. Just hatred against the high elves. So right here, guys, we're just gonna look at some of these points, see what the options are really quick. I'll try to be as quick as possible. This video is going kind of long. So this is the Dread Spears, just spearmen. Elven Grave, blah, blah, blah. We already read all the stuff. They do have median armor, which just give them a 5+ save. So I guess if you put can you put a shield on? I don't know. I guess you can't put shields in. So the best they can do is a 5+ save. Magic standard, 10 points per model. Kind of pricey. Elves are always pricey. Here's the Lord. So here's Malachi, 510 points. Can be mounted a cold one. For only 10 points. It's pretty cheap. You put them in a unit of cold one. Nice. I don't know, man. That's pretty solid. That doesn't seem that bad. Let's say you put him and and Malice Blade in there. You could have Malice Blade in there, and I guess you could put him in there and then take that banner that has the thing where it negates stupidity, and then you'd be sitting pretty. You can have a pretty killy Cold One Knights unit. So I don't know how great that is. Cold One Knights aren't necessarily the best choice. Have never really been the best choice. So I don't know. You can upgrade the Barding for free. So I think that takes away from your movement, but I could be wrong about that. Cold One Chariot replacing crew, 100 points. So basically 610 points, and Malachi will be on a chariot. I don't know. Well, strength 5, toughness 5. Seraphim Black Dragon, of course, 320 points. He is cheaper overall, so I do like that because before he was like 900 and almost 1,000 points or so. So next thing is Morathi, 355 points. I think she's less. I think she used to be 400 or closer to 400. Should be that's if she's mounted on Solifit. So 405 points. I think she was like 440 or 450 before, at least in 7th and 8th edition. Anyways, so yeah, that's about it for her. Malice Darkblade can be mounted on the Cold One, 50 points more, be 265 points. I'm gonna tell you about, guys. I like Malice Darkblade a little bit more now. Like, he's a little bit more viable with a ward save. You know, if you yeah, I just like him a little better now. I mean, he just didn't really seem like a viable take before. He just wasn't really. He couldn't really hold up too much. Crone Hellebron, I'd say forget about a Mana Core. It's just not worth it. Put it with a Cauldron with some witches. She could really mess some stuff up. Only 300. I say only 300 points. Still expensive, but at least maybe might get a ward save from the Cauldron. I forget if it does in our Dreadlord. Dread is always nice. It used to be 140 points. Now it's a little cheaper. I want to say that was an 8th edition. I could be wrong about that. I mean, dude, you can give him a pole arm, and he's got strength 5, toughness 3. I hate the toughness 3 for elves, but it's just the way it is. Of course, you could always put him on a Black Dragon for 300 points. I don't know. There's a lot of. I do like that. There's a lot of like things you could do with him. Put him on a Cold One. Put him on a whatever. I mean, this is pretty standard for lords or whatever. But still, yeah. I mean, you could run him with a great weapon, and you have strength 6 or whatever. Put him in with some executioners, but I don't know. I don't know how I would do. I think I might. The best way to use a Dreadlord for me is probably the way I can think of it. Before, it was running with a Pendant of Calith, but of course that's like a super OP magic item, and they took it away. I say unfortunately, but at the same time, it probably needed to go away. So I don't know. I guess you could put him in a big, Death Star unit and just use his leadership, or put him on a dragon and maybe get his inspired presence. Either way, Dreadlord's always good, pretty dang good. Supreme Sorceress, I think it's a little cheaper. It used to be 195 or maybe like closer to 200 before. I don't know. You can put a Dark Passage. I don't know. I would definitely. I don't know if I feel weird about ever putting like a sorceress that doesn't have a ward save on any kind of like steed on their own. You know what I mean? Maybe on the Cold One Chariot. I really don't know. Wait, can you put it? Oh no, just the Cold One. Never mind. Definitely not on a Black Dragon. I don't know. I feel weird about any of that stuff. I don't see the point of doing that. You just run them in a big old block or something like that. Hag Queen. Hag Queens can fight for themselves. They're pretty tough. But I don't know. They're just so easy to kill, I think. And, I mean, they can only take light armor and then maybe have some kind of, ward save. You put it in the Cauldron of Blood. Maybe valid on the Cauldron of Blood. I guess that does give him a ward save, I think, if I remember correctly. Give him some gifts of Kane. Or you can put a magic item. So I guess you can put that 3+ ward save on there. I don't know. Or that 4+ ward save. The one that, so there's that. But still, it's nicer to have a combo. You know what I mean? Here's Red Chorus, 430 points. Natural armor. I don't really know. Whip of Agony. I'd like to say I remember everything this does. It's been a couple hours since I recorded that, so I don't remember. But still, 430 points. I don't know if he's the best option for Strength 4, Toughness 3 elf, but I don't know. Shadow Blade, pretty cool. Assassin, pretty pricey though. For that amount of points, I think I'd rather get a Hydra. You know what I mean? You'll see below. The Hydra's like 200 points. Lucker Felhar, 140 points. He might be kind of interesting. I don't know if you want him taking up hero points or whatever, but you could. I think he does have 2 weapons, so he has basically 4 attack. He could have him 4 attacks, Strength 4. I think he negates armor saves or something like that. So not too bad. You can run him as a skirmisher. Can you put him as a skirmisher? I don't think you can run him as a skirmisher, but you can put him in some Corsair. Oh, you can put him with the ambushers. You know what? I'll have to look at that. Let's look it up right now. I forgot what the ambushers role does. So let's look it up real quick because I want to see. Is that where you can come off the table edge in turn 2 or something like that? Let's see. Before starting deployment, something with the ambusher, you can choose not to deploy. Instead, from turn 2 onwards, the controller will roll the dice at the start for each turn. On a 1 or 2, the ambushers have been delayed. So basically, you have a 66.66666 chance of coming in on the second turn. After that, on a 3 or more, they arrive and will not turn. If the ambushers do not turn up, so I guess it's like that every turn you have to roll. Seems a little bit iffy. But could be pretty nice. So, arriving ambushers enter the battle from any point of the battlefield edge, and move on using rules for reinforcements. Know that a character may only join a unit deploying with the ambusher special if they have the same rule. So I guess my point there was you could put Lockhart Felhart in a unit of ambushers, and that could be something that could be a game changer. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It seems a little iffy though. What if they don't come in on turn 2 though, or turn 3, or at all? Right? So, I mean, yes, it's a high chance. I guess I don't know. It seems like you'd have to take like a unit that's at least 150 points, and plus him, it'd be like a 300-point unit that may not even show up till the game's almost over. It'd be fun to try, but I would never bank on this. In addition, for every core unit, you're required to. Oh yeah, so yeah, there's that whole thing. You can't just have ambushers, and you have to make up for the points. You get regular core. Kuron Dark Hand is the Blackguard special character. Strength 4, toughness 3 attacks. Crimson Death. I remember his thing. I think his thing is Strength 5. So pretty nice, a decent character for 180 points, but at the same time, yeah, just not. It's not easy to get something at 180 points. I guess if you want to run him, I mean, it's not too bad. I guess. I mean, he's all right. I think he makes him unbreakable. That's what it was. So he can make your Blackguard unbreakable. That's not too bad, but he can probably be killed kind of easily. But he could inflict some damage. That's for sure. 3 attacks. So, and not to mention the rest of Blackguard, right? So, what else is? I mean, he has weapon skill 8 too, so it's gonna be kind of hard to hit. Heroes, Polaris Deadbringer, 120 points. I mean, he's an executioner. At the end of the day, he kills stuff on a 5 or a 6, but he goes against something that's faster. You probably die quickly. So, don't know if he's really worth it. And I don't remember if he actually boosts up the whole unit. Master is just your BSB guy. Only 60 points, pretty cheap. I think he used to be like 80, so very, very downgraded point value there. But still expensive overall because elves are just expensive. Sorceress, only 85 points. You can put up to level 2. I would not put her on a Cold One or a Dark Pegasus. I mean, I do think it's interesting because I don't believe, I think I said it earlier, I don't think you could do Metal before. I don't think you could do Heavens before. Or Beasts. I think it was just Shadow, Death, Fire, and Metal, Dark, or not Metal. I think it was just like Shadow, Death, and Dark Magic that you could do before. I could be wrong about that. The Blackguard Fleet Master is 80 points. Also an ambusher. I don't know if I'm saying that right. You can give him the Repeater Hambo for free. Magic items 50 points. I mean, could be a cool little unit. Little character. Beastmaster, 45 points. I don't know why you would take a Beastmaster. Like where would you even put him? I guess I don't know. There's just so many better. I mean, he's cheap as heck, so there's that. Maybe there's a magic item, maybe the Ring of Hotik or something like that could work. I don't know. Maybe that's something you would take him for. I don't really know. I don't really know the place for Beastmaster, but he's super cheap, I guess. There's that. Death Hag, 70 points. Put on the Called in Blood, 165 points. Then that might be worth it. So plus gifts of Kane / magic items, only 50 points. So Disciples of Kane. So this is that other hero. Disciple of Kane. I'm sorry. I forgot what their special thing was, to be honest. Let's look at this real quick because I already forgot. Disciple.
I just don't know if this one was worth it. I remember the Slaughter Sisters of Slaughter. It's on my computer's pretty slow sometimes, guys. It kind of sucks. Disciples of Kane. This it right here. I believe that is not the Disciple of Kane is already. Yeah, we'll forget about it. Anyways, so only 50 points for this one. You can go back and see that. I won't waste your time here too much. What's it called? Only 50 points, and you can add magic items. 5 points for additional hand weapon. Change light armor to medium, so 5+ save. I mean, I don't know how good that is. I don't know how good Assassin 105 points. I don't know. I've never really taken Assassin, so I don't know if they're really worth it. So, character mounts. Here's just all the mounts and all the rules for the mounts and such. So, yeah, that's it on that. And here's the core units. I see these are just expensive. Like the characters got less expensive, but the core units still stayed expensive. It seems like not all of them, right? But still, bleak swords. I don't know how great they are. Dread spears. I don't know how great they are. I mean, they're just spear, medium armor, shield, hand weapon, medium armor, shield. They just got swords instead of spears. I guess that maybe gives them a parry. That's why you would use them. So whatever. It's kind of weird that you can't add a shield. Oh wait, they have a shield. I'm stupid. Okay, so all right, so these guys aren't like these dread spirits. And I guess I kind of like that medium armor, so they get a plus shield. That would be a 4+ armor save. So not bad. These guys, same thing, 4+ armor save, plus a parry. That's kind of cool. Maybe that's the reason you take them. I mean, of course, you get less attacks. Dark shards. I don't know what dark shards exactly do. Hand weapon. So okay. So they have a hand weapon and they have repeater crossbows. Medium armor. I mean, not bad. You can add one shield for 14 points each. So they just can do both. They go both ways. All right, City Guard 9 points. Spear, medium armor, and these are the ones I believe that you can have the front rank have bows. So half the models in the unit rounding down must replace their spears with repeater crossbows. So you would just do it for half of them, and the front rank can actually shoot. The rest attack with spears, if I remember correctly. Add spears for 1 point more. Blackguard for sellers 9 points. I mean, you can make them skirmishers, which is kind of cool, I guess. Dark Riders, pretty cheap. You can give them barding or whatever. Repeater crossbows, shields. I mean, the best you can do is 5+ armor save, but still, Dark Riders are good for redirecting. They're good for killing war machines, stuff like that. Flanking. Slaves, this is new. So slaves are only 2 points. You have to have a unit of at least 20 of them, and they just got 1 attack, terrible weapon skill, slave master. I mean, he's like a regular elf. Yeah, so I mean, they can vanguard. So they vanguard 6 inches in the new rules. So they go up and you can make them be a problem. So I like this this thing because basically they're just a chaff unit you can throw in there and just get in the way and redirect and stuff like that. Harpies are only 12 points. Cool. Harpies are always cool. Expendable. I don't remember what expendable is, so let's double check that rule real quick. Oops, let's go back. Here. What does it do? Expendable. Okay, they don't cause panic to anybody but themselves. So I guess if you can only cause panic to other expendable units. The thing is with expendable units, you have to have for every core unit with the expendable rule in your army, you are required to take at least one other core unit without the expendable rule. So yeah, so you can't just fill up your army with slaves. You have to have regular kind of core people as well. All right, executioners 14 points a model. You can have a magic standard 50 points. Executioners are better now, I think. If I remember correctly, great weapons go in initiative order now, so it's not always strike last or whatever. Or what is it? They hit on the second round or whatever it was. I think it's always strike last. So I don't know exactly how that works. I'll have to look that up later. The Sisters of Slaughter, these are the ones that had that 4 award save, and they do, if I remember correctly. Yeah, they have the 4 award save. They have and they're the ones that do that little
You know what? I'll probably remember this wrong. I'll have to look. I'll just look back at my own video and check it out because, like I said, I recorded some time back. So, yeah, guys. I have to check them out and see if they're any good. Shades are always good, great for skirmishers, scouts, whatever. Um, Great for taking stuff out. Great ballistic skill. They can really do some damage. And holy crap, look at this, guys. So this is really interesting. You can put great weapons on them. Has that been the case before? I don't think it is. It has. So I'm really interested in that. That's really, really cool. They can give them light armor too. I've always loved Shades. Cobalt Knights, 31 points per model. They got more expensive. It seems like. Yeah, they got more expensive. So basically, heavy armor, shield. That's a 5+, 3+. Oh, yeah. No, medium armor. So that's 4+, 3+. And then the cold one adds +1 or 2. 2? So would that be a 1+ save now? That might be. Well, I don't know. Natural armor 6+. I guess so it's not like a +2 with the cold one anymore. So it'd still be just a 2+ save if I'm not mistaken. The cold one chariot's 100 points. Seems cheaper. Seems like it used to be a little bit more. I hate the 6+ armor save, but I do like the toughness 5. I mean, tis what it is. The Scourge, I do like this little downgraded chariot. I think it's strength 4, toughness 4. I do like. See, I think this is kind of cool because you could run this as a little flanking unit or something to get some impact hits, and it's got that big old harpoon on it. So this might be kind of interesting to take for 70 points. That's really not too bad. I mean, really, really not too bad for a little special unit. Reaper Bolter got cheaper. I think it used to be 100 points, if I'm not correct. Oh, you know what? It used to be. Oh, you know what? So they're actually a little more expensive because I think it used to be that it was 100 or 120 points, but you could take 100 points, but you could take 2 of them as one. No, that's not right. No, that's not right. I think they used to be 100 points. I could be wrong about that. Yeah, so Melusai, 24 points a model. I don't know if they're worth it. I have to go back and look. Kinnerai, I don't know if they're worth it. They're new ones. The Blood Rack did seem kind of interesting with the gaze thingy. And you put them on the little blood, the shrine or whatever. Blackguard, 16 points per model. They have a pole arm now. So does that mean the pole arm gives them? Let's go look this up because the pole arm, if I'm not mistaken, the pole arm gives you +1 to your attack, to your strength. Pole arm. Let's see what this pole arm does. +1 strength requires 2 hands. So, I mean, they won't get the best. So they're still the same thing. The pole arm is as a halberd. That's what it is. Okay, all right. So I'm silly, but I do like. No, never mind. I thought they were going to be strength 4, toughness 3. So basically, they're strength 4. They are strength 4, toughness 3. I thought it was going to be strength 5, but no, they're strength 4 with the halberd. Whatever. But at least that yeah, that's pretty much it. They're pretty much the same as they were before, except they now have murderous prowess, which could be really helpful. What else we got here? We have Demonfire Warlocks, some kind of cavalry. I don't remember exactly how they work. They do have the blessing. Oh yeah, they're the ones that help with the. So these are the ones that have +1 to casting. Were they the ones that had the different little casts that they do? Let's double check that before I go. I don't know. I do what I want. I want to go back. I have so much fun looking through this stuff, guys. I think it's fun, Let's go back and look at them real quick. So, were these the ones that have the 3 different things? Oh, no, they're not. Okay, so they have a 4+4 save against Slanesh. I mean, what's the point of that? Against who's caused by models with... Okay, so that's kind of pointless because I'm not going to be fighting Slanesh all the time. Not the greatest thing. All right, so they know Doombolt and Soulblight. That's what it was. Okay. And they're like those sisters of whatever on the Wood Elf Armory. I just played with them recently, and So basically, so they can help out with casting and such like that. And if you miscast, you just sacrifice them, or it causes you wounds, D3 wounds or whatever. So whatever. I mean, it is what it is. I don't know if I would use them. Calder Blood, always great to go with some Witch Elves and the Hag. Blood Rack of Shrine is 125 points. It's interesting with that avert your gaze thing. Strength 5, toughness 6 is interesting. 6+ armor save, and I don't remember if it had a war save. War Hydra is rare. I don't like that, but I do love that it's 200 points. And you can take a Fiery Breath and Spitfire. Why wouldn't you do that? Hydra is just a force to be reckoned with. They have to deal with it. Just one of the best, really one of the better
things you could have out there. Charybdis, the monster's infantry, has 2 Beastmasters, 6 toughness, 6, 5 attacks. What kind of save does this thing have? It only had like a 4+, right? I mean, it's aquatic, has that howl. I just don't see how this is going to be better than a Hydra. Be very, very situational. I mean, the Hydra has 4+ generation, Same amount of points, you might as well just have taken Hydra. Avatar Kane, same thing here, 225 points. It's an animated construct. Has Killing Blow, Magic Resistance 2, Sustained Fury. It's unstable. I don't really know too much about this, but I don't think that's worth taking. So that's pretty much it for the Dark Elves book here, guys. I love the Dark Elves. I want to play some in WAP. I have yet to play my first WAP game. I'm trying to convince my buddy to play. I just need to make sure and have the rules down. And he says he's down to play because I've showed him some of the rules, and he's the one that has most of the models. So it would be really fun to get a game in. All the battle reports I've seen have just been really fun. So that's the Dark Elves in a nutshell for the Warhammer Armies Project thingy. Thanks so much for watching, and I appreciate any comments, likes, and anybody subscribing. Cheers.